and welcome back to another episode of Pet TV USA. Online now at Pet TV US and on this local channel. I'm your host, Joe Ozier, sitting in for Austin Reed, who is out on paternity leave and waiting for his 2 baby girls to arrive. I want to wish him and his wife, Amanda, all the best in her delivery. Now, as you may know, we are broadcasting out of Fresno, Redding, and Portland, Oregon. Thank you for joining us today. This is our 4th show. We are coming to you from our HD studio inside Whitey's Pets in Fresno, California. I hope you woke up to a great day so far. We have a treat for you. I will be talking with Miss Olivia Ostergaard, who is an author that wrote a book about her life's experiences of being blind. It's entitled Looking at the Unseen, My Guide Dog Journey. Well, welcome, Olivia, to Pet TV.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me, I see you have a beautiful Labrador here, and I'm a dog behavior trainer by trade, and so I am drawn to doggies. So let's talk about your doggie first before we go into your book. Is that fair?
That's fine.
Okay. So your dog's name's Fenway.
Right.
So give us a little background about Fenway and how you two met and how you got connected and how long you've had him, and give us some details about that. Thank you.
Well, first of all, Fenway will be 9 on June 25th, a month from today. I've had him for 7 years. His puppy raiser was a school teacher, so she dealt with like 4 to 6 graders, and she would bring him to school 2 or 3 days a week, and the kids would get to play with him. And she told me when we graduated that they would like take a dodgeball or whatever, and they'd kick the dodgeball, and he'd run after the dodgeball, and then the kids would run after him.
So that was part of his early socializing.
Right.
So you have to have him for socialize for how long until you can bring him into the blind dog program?
Well, the puppy raiser gets the dogs at about 8 weeks, and they have them till they're about 16 to 18 months. It depends on the criteria that they use, the school uses to train the dog.
Okay.
They have it's a very strenuous criteria. They have at least 10 different things that they have to do. They take the dogs everywhere with them, like to bowling alleys, to restaurants, to the ball game.
Loud noises and cars and
Everything.
busy streets.
Everything.
Gotcha.
Everything. Anything that we as the blind person would do or would go to with our dog. They have to take the dog there and train the dog. And after the 16 or 18 months is over with, the puppy raiser will give the dog back to the school, and then they start the 4 to 6 month formal training of the dog. And
So when did you connect with him?
I connected with him in '09,
All right.
and because it took me 3 tries to do this. I guess I was either stupid or I really needed to learn a lot.
Well, it seemed like that's something that you really have to kind of get used to and settle
because
into.
I wasn't used to big dogs. In fact, I was scared of big dogs, and I wasn't sure if I was going to, be able to do this.
You've had him 7 years, and so he's being on Pet TV. He's your pet, not just your guide, correct?
He's more of my guide, but when he's off duty, he's like a pet.
So he sleeps on your bed and all that stuff.
Sometimes they're not supposed to, but we spoil them rotten.
Hey, it's good to spoil dogs.
Yeah, he's my baby. He's my baby. So.
Well, he's a good boy. So I'm glad you have him, and I'm sure you're happy having 7 years. You guys have worked out all your routines and all the paths that you go through on a daily basis.
Right. And he has his moments. He loves to. You know how labs are. They're scavengers. They're constantly looking for food. And I know when he came in here, he was like, he checked out all the smells and everything.
Well, it's got tons of dog food
Yeah.
here, literally.
Yeah. And fish and birds and everything else. So,
Yes.
he was.
This place is full of smells for sure.
Yep. He was in hog heaven. So he has helped me so much in, particularly in tight spaces. He's really, really good about tight spaces and making sure that I can get through or he can get through that's there.
Well, I notice here we have a tight space here in our studio at Whitey's, and we have a deck here, a little stage, and it's kind of tight. And so I watched you, and I watched the dog, and he just kind of brought you over to this chair over here, and he let you know that there was a step there. It was very cool. I was very interested in how all that came
that's
about.
part of the training, because one of the things, like find the step. So you have to find, he has to find the step and stop in front of it. And
Well, if you don't know there's a step there, doesn't he let you know?
sometimes he does, and sometimes he doesn't, because
Okay.
I have tripped and fallen over ruts on Van Ness so many times. And now it's gotten to the point where if it's large enough and high enough, he just automatically stops. I don't even have to tell him. He'll stop.
That's awesome.
Mom, you've fallen on this.
All right. Well, he is a very good dog. So let's talk a little bit about your book now. So your book is Looking at the Unseen, My Guide Dog Journey. You made your story, and you got through elementary and high school and college and all that with your doggie,
No, not
without a dog up until 7 years ago, I guess, right?
No, actually 16 years ago. The book starts out when I was coming out of my church, out of Bible study, first week of December in '02. I went to go pick up my son from the nursery, and we were coming out to the parking lot to wait for my ride. Well, you know how parking lots are with those cement pylons. Even with my cane, I don't know what happened, but I missed the pylon. The cane flew out of my hand, and I fell back and hit my head against a bumper. And I laid there for I don't know how long. Somebody saw me, came over, and fortunately she was a nurse, started checking me out. And all my poor little guy could do, because he was 3 at the time, could sit there, stand there and watch Mom.
What little guy are we talking about? Another
Our
dog?
son, James.
Oh, your son. Okay, gotcha. So you didn't have a dog at the time?
No.
And that was when you realized maybe you needed one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we're talking.
And I had been friends with Ed and Tony Ames. I came home, called Ed and said, Ed, I got a problem. Told him what was going on. He said, Liv, have you thought about a guide dog? I said, not till now. And that's when the whole process started.
Nice. That's a beautiful way to begin, actually. It's poignant. So if someone wanted to buy your book, where would they get it?
Amazon.com. Lifeway has it here.
Lifeway?
Yes, Lifeway Christian Store here in Fresno has copies of it. I'm a supplier for them only here, but hopefully I'll be able to get some to other Lifeway stores in the future. I have a Facebook page.
What's that?
It's Olivia Ostergaard.
Ostergaard.
Right. I also have a Twitter page, and I also have a LinkedIn page. And just Google my name and the book, and you can find that information. They have promos of the book, pictures of the book, and some texts. And also, it's on Google Books. It's also on Apple iBooks, Nook, Kindle.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you've got a computer,
Awesome.
you can check it out on Goodreads.
That's why we're here. We're helping you on Pet TV. Hopefully you're going to get some people to go to those websites and to those locations to get the book, Looking at the Unseen, My Guide Dog Journey by Olivia Ostergaard. So Olivia, thank you so much for coming today and sharing your story and bringing your awesome little dog here. And we'll be looking for your book.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more from Pet TV. And still ahead on Pet TV, we have a great interview coming up with Walter from the CCSBCA, and he will be bringing us dogs as he does, and he'll be talking about how to be a volunteer. So you don't want to miss it. So don't go away. Stick with us, and we'll be right back.
Just what makes that little old ant think he'll move that rubber tree plant? Anyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky.
Whitey's Pets is known throughout Fresno County and even statewide for its large selection of pets and pet accessories. In business since 1943, Whitey's is steeped in tradition. Our customers span across multiple generations, bringing their own children and grandchildren to marvel at the beautiful aquarium displays and interesting array of pets that you don't see at the big box stores. With a wide selection of fresh and saltwater fish, reptiles, birds, small animals, dogs, and cats, you're guaranteed to find a new best friend. Call today for more information.
The brand new Pet TV USA is brought to you exclusively by Lamore True Value Hardware. Give them a call at 559-924-2317 or visit them today at 217 West D Street in Lamore. Thanks, Lamore True Value Hardware. Here at Pet TV USA, we are proud to partner up with the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation of both California and Oregon. To learn more about cystic fibrosis and how you can help, visit cff.org.
Hello, pet lovers, and welcome back to Pet TV USA. I'm Joe Ozier, your host for today, sitting in for Austin Reed, who is at this very moment at the hospital awaiting his 2 baby girls to be born. This is quite exciting. So now, I am very pleased to have you meet our very next guest, which is Walter and Eli from the CCSPCA. And today they'll be talking about what it takes to be a volunteer and how to become a volunteer at the CCSPCA. And as you also may know, they have brought doggies. Walter, welcome back to Pet TV. I see that you brought a guest today. Yes. So your name's Eli? Have you ever been on TV before?
Yes.
You have? Oh, so you're an old hat at it, huh?
Yes.
I heard you weren't going to be talking today, but I figured I'd just push it a little bit. Okay, so Walter, let's talk about volunteers and how to become a volunteer with the CCSPCA and what they go through and all that kind of stuff. So.
Sure, so it's very easy to become a volunteer over at the animal shelter, and all you have to do is go online first and apply. It's a simple application form that pretty much gives you a heads up on what to expect when you come and help us out at the CCSPCA, and also just information about yourself, letting us know why you want to come and help us out, and it's just a really good insight on what it's like to be a volunteer.
You know, I was a volunteer, and I took a lot of pictures. So what goes on over there?
It is quite rewarding, of course, to volunteer. You get to help out the animals. You get to socialize with them, take pictures like you said. You get to bathe these little guys, which we really don't have time to do that as staff members because there's so many animals that come into the shelter. About 75 animals come through the door every single day. So for us to be able to do what volunteers do, it's absolutely hard. So we really do rely heavily on volunteers to come out to the shelter, give them love, give them the time that they do need while they're in our care.
It was a good experience, and I'm sure Eli's had a good experience with that too, huh?
Yes.
You like volunteering?
Yes, a lot.
What's the best thing you like about volunteering?
Probably interacting with the dogs.
Okay, well, what dog are you interacting with right now?
Troy.
Okay.
I kind of forgot his name.
That's okay. Kind of forgetting is all right.
He's cute though. I like him.
Awesome.
So as you can tell with the shirts we're wearing right now, he's wearing a junior volunteer shirt. So if you see these colors, yes, the green means that they're underage. And so if you see these shirts, it's the children out there. You see the parents. Usually the parents or the adults are wearing these yellow color shirts out there at the shelter. So that's how you can identify who is a volunteer over at the CCS.
Oh, nice. I never knew that, so that's good.
And we're open every day of the week, of course, from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and volunteers can come out and help us out between the hours of 8 and 5, or on Wednesdays, 8 and 6. Summer's coming, and we're going to have a ton of events all over the valley. So if you want to help us out on the weekends, for instance, and go to the schools, go other places, what you want to do is give us an email, info@ccspca.com, or give us a call, 233-7722, and we'll set you up to get volunteering with us right away.
Cool. So you come in, new volunteer comes in for the first day, and do you say, okay, what would you like to do, or do you assign them? Do you kind of let them follow what they want to do, or what's the procedure?
Perfect. On June 11th, we're going to have orientation. So when you apply, or if you just want to come in on June 11th between the hours of 9 and 11, it's a Saturday, they'll pretty much explain all that process to you of which field of area that you want to help us out in. And you'll sign up, and then you'll come back throughout the month for training. It's another 2 hours that we go over exactly what you're going to do for that.
Oh, nice. So you get training in the area that you want to participate in, like how to scrub a dog or how to walk them properly or those sort of issues.
Yes, of course, it would be just wrong of us to throw you in there and say, okay, feed you to the wolves, good luck. No, we definitely want to train you, make sure that you know what you're doing and comfortable with what you're doing before you just start helping us out. So
Awesome. So let's talk about that little shivering white dog you have there. What's that with doggy's name?
So this dog came back from foster care. Her name is Susie Q.
Susie Q. Hi, Susie
She's
Q.
about she's about 2 months
Q.
old. She already socialized with her dogs and cats because she went into foster care. So the foster mom painted her little nails and all that good stuff.
Oh,
yeah, she's
Lord,
really, really
the
adorable.
pinky nails.
A
How
terrier
cute.
mix, and she is not going to grow too big. She might be at the most about 10 to 15 pounds, which is still relatively small.
And she's ready for adoption.
Ready for adoption right now.
Okay.
Troy here as well. He's ready for adoption. He's about 2 months old. He's also like a little terrier, Sheltie, possibly some Yorkie, maybe some Shih Tzu mix.
Hey, that's Fresno.
Yeah.
A mix breed.
And he's going to stay small. He's not going to be too big, but it's kind of hard to tell, kind of hard to say how big he's going to get because of all that mix that we just told you about.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to tell us about these two doggies?
Sure. So if you want to adopt these two dogs right here, or any dog over at the shelter, tomorrow at 1 o'clock is when these guys are going to be available for adoption. So if anything, we have well over 300 animals for adoption right now. So all we need is the adoption fee, which for dogs, it's $180 to adopt. And of course, we don't just toss you the dog and say good luck. It's a package. You get the spay or neuter, you get the microchip, the vaccines, the deworming, the license if you're within Fresno City, and a wellness visit over at our animal hospital, which is located at the animal shelter at 103 South Hughes. So it's a package that you get for $180 to adopt the dog.
That sounds like a great package and a lot of good things that you guys have already taken care of, so the people out there don't have to worry about that. They got a dog ready to go.
Yes,
and all you need to do is just love it at that point.
Yes. We try to be your one-stop shop for your animals. So like when these little dogs are 4 months old, bring them on back to the animal shelter. Our training yard has free dog training from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock every Wednesdays over at the training yard at the Stray Animal Shelter.
There you go, folks. Get on out to CCSBCA tomorrow at 1. You can get these two doggies or one of them, your choice, both, or 298 other ones. So you have a lot to choose from. So again, thank you for watching Pet TV. We have some sponsors coming up, so stay tuned. Don't go away. Pet TV USA. Right after this break, I'll be talking with John Schaefer from Whitey's Pets, so don't go away. Pet TV USA.
Held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, the fighter, dancing through the fire, 'cause I am.
There you go.
Whitey's Pets is known throughout Fresno County and even statewide for its large selection of pets and pet accessories. In business since 1943, Whitey's is steeped in tradition. Our customers span across multiple generations, bringing their own children and grandchildren to marvel at the beautiful aquarium displays and interesting array of pets that you don't see at the big box stores. With a wide selection of fresh and saltwater fish, reptiles, birds, small animals, dogs, and cats, you're guaranteed to find a new best friend. Call today for more information.
friends, Cheetah Man here with Cheetah Check. This week I'm here at the Central California SPCA at 103 Hughes, where I came to look at the other pets available. And today it's going to be turtle time. Come with me. Come on over here. Turtles are on North America, South America, Africa, Australia, and parts of India. Here we have 3 different turtles. These are good looking turtles. They're a member of the reptile family and can grow up to 50 years.
Okay.
Poor fellow. Here's the turtle. When he feels threatened, he goes back in his shell. This one's Tammy the turtle. She's a good looking girl. She's got a red head and gets to be very starved. Now, looking up the thing, they got shells, which basically are built out of their ribs cage. And it lives in its shell and it grows, kind of like a rattlesnake. And it's trying to kiss me right now. Hi, Tammy.
Well, kiss him.
Yeah, it's Tammy the turtle. Yeah, it's a good animal. And how much does it cost to adopt this nice creature?
So prices vary. Turtles are $6.
$6 each to adopt this thing.
That's it, $6 for the turtle?
And it eats various different things. Right now he's smiling for you. Well, we're going to put him back in his cage or her cage so it doesn't dry out. They can be both land sea turtles and freshwater turtles. Well, folks, that's it for this week of Cheetah Chat. If you're interested in Tammy the turtle, it sells for $6 and it's available here at the CCSPCA. Thanks for watching Pet TV USA. Have a good day.
Welcome back, everyone, to Pet TV USA. I'm your host for today, Joe Ozier, filling in for Austin Reed, who is on paternity leave, waiting for a couple of babies to be born. On this next interview, we have a very special guest, which has been on our show before. You know him as John Schaefer, the owner of Whitey's Pets. John, thanks for coming back to our show.
Not a problem. I was here anyway.
Yeah, right. You happen to be here. Okay. So, John, I hear that today, of all the animals that you provide food and accoutrements for, today we're going to be talking about fish, right?
You heard that?
I heard that from a fishy source.
All right, let's talk about it. Cool. So here at Whitey's we do pond fish, which isn't really considered tropical fish, exotic fish, perhaps they are. Okay. Indeed. Then there's the tropical fish, the bona fide tropicals that come from the tropic regions of the globe. And there's the marine sector too, which is the saltwater ocean fish, reef dwellers, and all of the types of critters that are found on the reef, including the corals.
Like the fish in Finding Nemo.
We have those. Yeah, we have the Nemo fish.
Yeah, what kind of a fish is that?
Nemo fish.
Do you?
Yeah, what color is Nemo? And I'll tell you.
He's orange and white.
Okay, that's the Percula clown.
A clownfish.
The common classification is clownfish.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And then there was Dory, right?
Dory, yes.
Dory is a blue tang.
A blue tang.
Yeah, the group of marine fish called tangs.
Well, how many different types of those reef and tropical and exotic fish do you have here?
5,000 maybe.
Really?
Certainly hundreds.
Okay.
Yeah, certainly hundreds of species, yeah. Most people know things like the neon fish or the angel fish or the betta fish, the Siamese fighting fish. There's some of these common guppies, you know. Most people kind of know what you're talking about when you say tetra. You know, so we have all those groups of fish and all of the accoutrements needed to successfully maintain them.
Awesome. That's the fish, food, and the water. I know that people come and they bring their big jugs and they change their water out and.
Yeah. Well, I have a reverse osmosis get up in the back room, so I sell a lot of RO water. Either fresh or already prepared salt. So.
Oh, for the saltwater stuff.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and then you know, for the freshwater side too, we have a very good selection of live plants and everything needed to, have the proper kind of planted aquarium.
Oh, right. You mean
Which is my
the
favorite.
the coral, the swim-throughs and the little castles and that sort of
All
stuff.
those little ornaments, yeah, we have all that. All that stuff, yeah.
Nice. You gotta, a fish has got to feel like it's kind of in its home. Got to feel.
I myself am I like the planted freshwater aquarium look. To me, that brings all the peace I'm ever looking for in sitting before an aquarium and just kind of enjoying what I'm seeing there. It works for me. There's a lot of green and it's beautiful.
It is. It's comforting and it's soothing and calming, and the sound of water. It all is very tranquil.
And it's a beautiful blend of art and science.
Art and science. I like that.
Really, it's amazing. It's art. You have this little art piece that has all the science behind its success.
With the RO water and the pH and
your supplements and things that you can apply.
nice.
It's a pretty awesome hobby. At one time, by the way, back when I was a kid, back in the 20s. No, back, we're talking through the 60s. It was touted to be the second most popular hobby behind photography.
What the aquarium?
Tropical fish keeping. Yeah, it was a very popular hobby and still is. There's just a number of people now that have other diversions.
Here at Pet TV, we are all about pets. So
That's what I hear. I good call having me on the show since I have a pet store.
I know.
And I was right here anyway.
That's right. And you're here all the time when we want to interview you too. So John, thanks again for coming to Pet TV USA, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you again on our show.
You think so? All right, let's do it.
I hope so. Thanks again, John.
Thank you.
Well, that's our show for today. Thanks again for watching Pet TV USA, broadcasting out of Whitey's Pets in Fresno, California. We're broadcasting from Fresno, Portland, and Redding. Thanks again for watching, and go do something nice for your pet today. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.